What is up, YouTube? Desmond here, Ecoast Arb, coming to you on day 20, and we are officially 2/3 through our challenge here. And I want to take a day to kind of stray off course a little bit. I feel like we're getting a little bit repetitive, but I'm still going to be in Keepa, and I want to make sure I'm putting out some good stuff for y'all. So I'm going to go over some of the other options in Keepa, and we spent several hours in the product finder in the last couple weeks, but I wanted to take a minute to go through some of the other features that Keepa has to offer because there's a lot of them and they're very helpful sometimes when you're sourcing. And most people don't even use them or don't use them very much, so they can be pretty helpful. So I'm still in the data tab here, and we've got the product finder, which is where we spent all of our time for the last 20 days. And there's tons of filters here. Great place to be. You can do almost anything you want. But there's a bunch of other features within Keepa that are also useful. And we have the product viewer here, which is basically going to be like the product finder, but you can upload a list of ASINs or UPC codes. And so this is particularly helpful if you want to maybe look through some data from a tactical arbitrage scan or something like that. If you already have a list of ASINs, maybe like I have a look back sheet where when I find products that are interesting but maybe not quite profitable enough, I stick them in the look back sheet and make sure to go back through that every week or so and to see if anything has changed. Oftentimes, the price may go up or the seller count may go down or vice versa. Sometimes I look back at stuff and I'm glad I didn't buy it. But that's what you can do here. So you can just upload a list of all your ASINs and view stuff in the product finder that way. And then the next tab we have is the bestsellers tab, which is pretty similar to what we did yesterday. We did it yesterday through Amazon.com, but you can also do it here in Keepa. And I'm not really sure why it's not loading. Hold on. Okay, sweet. Here we go. So bestsellers tab, same thing we did yesterday on Amazon.com, but you can do it right here in Keepa, and you can see we can pick through whichever categories we want to look at, maybe toys and games, for example, and you can see the top bestsellers in that category currently. But another feature that I like to use in the top bestsellers is this little historical button here. So what we can actually do is we can go take a look back in time and we can say, for example, toys and games, we can see what the top bestsellers in the toys and games category was for December and try to source seasonal type stuff using Keepa. And that'll give you, so, you know, you can go back, looks like 2 years, 3 years on this and pick a month, pick a category, see what was selling. And you can also, within this, you can still use all of your filters. So all the filters that we could use in the product finder, they're all right here. And how you do that is you click on these little three bars and you can set stuff. So maybe we want to look at stuff that's ranked higher than 10,000. We can do that here. We can change that to greater than, and that shows us all the stuff that was greater than 10,000 currently. But also what we can do is we can say, you know, we only want to look at stuff that's got more than 3 sellers. Try to weed out some private label products. And you can do that here. So all of these columns have filters and you can really narrow down your search and almost find what you're looking for or stuff that fits your criteria even in the historical tab. So that's pretty useful when you're looking for seasonal stuff, and it's a really good place to start your search for seasonal stuff. And moving on over, we have the top seller list, which is not something I particularly used a ton, but it is basically just a list of the, looks like, top, or I guess I've got mine limited to 100, but this is your top sellers and overall, and it shows you what they are primarily selling, so you can see what categories they are dominant in. So that could be kind of useful, and you can filter stuff here too. And then we have the category tree, which is really cool, and that's something you can use if you want to get really specific in a category with your sourcing. So, for example, if you've got uh, something in the beauty category, you can come into beauty and we can look through all the subcategories and we can get really specific here. So, we can look at very specific stuff. If we've got a little niche of our own that we like to source in, this is a really good place to start for stuff like that, because you can get super, super detailed and just really get narrowed down here. And you can search it on the product finder. You can look at the bestsellers list for this specific category and subcategory, which is helpful. And it's a really good place. I do like spending some time in here, especially if you've got some stuff that you've been selling successfully and you want to find similar type products. So very useful. And we can also do historical here as well, and that's in the category tree. So that is a really cool place to be. And then the last thing I want to go through today, I'm going to make this one a kind of short video, but the deals tab here is not something I really use to source a lot. It could be a good place to find Amazon to Amazon flips if you're into that type of stuff. That's not something I really do, so it's not super useful for sourcing for me, but this is a good place to find just really good deals on Amazon. And you can go through and look through the categories, and there's all kind of filters. You can look at stuff by rank, buy box price, whether it's an Amazon offer or third party, used, collectibles. I like to leave my limit drop interval on 1 day, because this shows me the stuff that has just gone on sale today, so you can snag it up quick. And some of this stuff is significant. You can see right here we're down to $5 here, and our average was about 31.40, so an 82% drop on this product, and lots of good deals to be had here. You can also sort it, look at certain ranges. You can change this to see only stuff that's 90% off, which I'm not sure. Yeah, we're not going to have a ton here, but there are some things, and you can back it. I usually keep mine in the 40 to 100 range. It gives you a good amount of products at a decent price. And you can also change the drop range. So if you want to see stuff that is dropped at least, $25, you can set that here, and that'll show you all the products for that. So pretty cool feature of Keepa that a lot of people probably don't even use, and really cool when you're looking to buy something for yourself is how I really mostly use it. But if you're in the Amazon to Amazon flips, this could be a good place to start your search here. And that is about all that I wanted to go through on today, and we're only about 9 minutes in here. So if you have any questions or any suggestions on some future content, I feel like I'm getting a little repetitive with my sourcing every day, but maybe not. If you enjoy that, let me know below, and we'll keep cranking out stuff for you every day. This is Desmond with Ecos Arb, and come back tomorrow. We'll have another one for you. Thanks.